There are ways for you to figure out how you're wired. And that's one of the things that I created, okay? It's called the Wealth Alignment Assessment that I created, all right? It is something I'm going to be offering in my upcoming workshop because I want people to know their wiring. I want them to know who they are. I want them to know their strengths, their natural tendencies. I want you to know how you create value. I want you to know what paths best fit you. I want you to know what traps to avoid. So when I created the Wealth Alignment Assessment, it is geared to give you a report. That way you can start moving in your zone of genius. And that way you have a pathway that's in alignment with who you are. Okay? So that's the first thing. Okay, of the two things you need before you build wealth, that's one of the things you need is figuring out how you are wired so that you can have something that moves you in the direction and gets you there faster. At 74, am I too old? No, you're not too old. You are not too old. No. That's something I was going to talk about a little bit later on. So the second thing that you need is a plan. Okay. You need to know where you are going. You need to have a starting point. You need to figure out what is the contribution you can put in. You need to figure out what vehicle. You need to figure out your timeline, milestones, and the first actions. Okay? That's right, Audrey. You have to know where, because think about it for a second. If he took the Wealth Alignment Assessment that I created, trademarked, he took the assessment and he found out that the easiest way for him to get his wealth, to get to $1 million as a milestone, I'm just using that as a milestone. If he took the assessment and he found out that for him, the best way, thank you, I appreciate that the best way for him, because of how he's wired, is for him to build on connections. If that's what he found out, should he necessarily be working in an office? Probably not. There's probably a better environment for him to be in so that he can get to his wealth faster because he found out that it's in alignment with who he is. Okay? People who connect other people. There's a sister, her name is, what's her name? Her name is, I just call her Queen. But this sister, she knows everybody in Southern California. She knows, there you go. Thank you, Gina. He could be a consultant. This sister knows everybody in Southern California. I was talking to my friend Jerry and I was like, do you know Queen? And he's like, yeah, everybody knows Queen. And she makes her money by simply connecting people together. She figured out how to do that. All right. And she literally gets income because of the people that she connects. And that is who she is. She figured it out, thank God. Right. So many of us, we don't know. We don't know who we are and how we show up. Okay. So I also created what I call a wealth tracker. All right. I have a wealth tracker, and basically what it does is it helps you create an actual financial plan. So I created a wealth tracker that helps you have all of these things written down so that the two things you need to build wealth, how are you wired and what is your plan? Put those things together, and then you now have a specific direction of where you need to be moving. Okay? Right person, the right path, and a written plan. That is the fastest way to help everybody get to their wealth milestones. Now, some people might have a milestone they want to finish with $500,000. Some people want to finish with $1 million.